Let's see. Okay. Do we get it now? Let me see how this works. Does it show me now? Yes, it does. Okay, peace, family. Okay. Yeah. Peace, family. We live. We in here. I see Ramsey. I see Mind's Eye. Okay. Let me make sure. Let me wrench y'all up real quick. Let's see. Boom. Ramsey. Boom. Okay. I see Ramsey. I see. I just wrenched y'all up. Let me see how I gotta do this here. I'm going to invite and copy this, and I'm a and paste. Boom. Y'all want to join in? Y'all want to start something up? I got the link is out there. All right. I see Harry. I see you in my magic mirror. I need you. You know what I'm saying? Hit that link. Come on up in here. Matter of fact, are you modded up? How to do this? Better make sure you modded up. Harry, that's my man. Who else we got up in here? Marlon, I see you. I figured, well, hey, somebody had to start something. If I ain't see nothing going on, I said, I've got to get used to this. So I figured, what the hell? I figured, been working on my little Tesla coil thing going on here. Wait. And it does some good magic here. Hold on. Try to get myself situated here. What can I do there? Hold on. I'm trying to put myself on the big screen. There we go. So I can see it up here. See what I'm doing. All right. Damn. This is more of an area of focus. Is that Alicia? Okay. I see you. The goddess is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Let me get this out of the way. I got my little crystals. Y'all need to see that. Oh shit. Yeah. Luckily, I got the big screen up here so I can see what I'm doing, what I'm looking like, and I see that I just look bad. Right? How's that look? Got my fire stick. Yeah. Y'all can hear me clear, right? All right, y'all check this out. Since y'all here, since we doing this, what I'm doing is I'm building another. I'm gonna have to hot glue this one some more. Build another coil here. This is called a bifilar pancake coil. And as you can see, I've built it out of speaker wire. What it does is it can really amplify and boost the signal up. You know what I'm saying? Magnetically. Let me see where we at. Because I can't see what it is. Yeah. I mean, Harry, come on up. I put the link up there. Let me see. Can I do this again? Yeah, happy New Year to everybody. Yeah, it's a panel. You see that link up there? You just click the link and you should just be able to join the panel. Alright. Raul. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see all my reflections here in my magic mirror. Yeah, matter of fact, hey, I'm gonna show y'all something. I was gonna do some of this one on Free Energy Fridays, but fuck it. I'll do this one right here for y'all real quick. Just so y'all can get an idea of what's going on. Alright? Boom. Okay. Now, y'all seen this before. Y'all know what it does, right? And let me give me a little tester right here. But see, I think I done blew my fucking tester up because you see on my little tester, see, I was giving me these little signals over there. I wasn't doing that before, so I don't know what I blew up with fucking with this, but I'm gonna show you how it happened though. Now I took this little coil right here and I sat it on top of this right here. All right, and now I don't know if you can see this. Try to move this way for you to see. You see what? Can you see that? See how it's smoking my finger? Ah, ah. See that shit is hot. That shit is hot. Something special here. See, look at these numbers start jumping like crazy on this. And I think I done fried my unit. We're gonna get down to the bottom of this. But as you can see, what this coil undid, how it boosted shit. Oh, that shit is fucking hot. That shit hurts. I don't know if you can see the shock, and you can see the fucking smoke coming off my finger when I do that. I'm trying to hold it there a little longer. You can see it right there. Fuck. I don't know if you can see that shit. That's the amplified boost signal. Now what we're gonna be doing is I'm building another one right here actually. Using speaker wire. Hold on. Boom. Static electricity. The static electricity plus the reaction between the dielectric material and the magnetic material. Oh, let me say now. Not magnetic material. The dielectric material and the magnetic field combined. Up, he's in. Hold on. I see. So what do I gotta do to get you up here now? Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Boom. Let me try to. I see Harry. Hold on. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm checking this out right now. All right, Harry, are you in here? Oh, hold on. Let me turn my. I need to turn some volume up or something. 100%. All right. Let me see. Let me try it like this then. All right, Harry. Did you join in? Did you join the panel up? Cause it's showing me your name up top, but I don't see you like on my thing for some reason. What's this? Yeah. Boom, boom. Mute, mic, screen share, invite. I don't know. Oh, okay. You ain't joined it yet? Cause I don't know why it's showing me your name right up top. That's why I was like, oh, okay. I thought you joined in. All right. When you come in, let me know. Cause I'm still working out the panel thing here. Yeah, well, that's right. What I'm about to do now is make a twin to this coil. Hell yeah. Mm. I'm about to make a twin for this coil right here so I can get it to resonate together. You know what I'm saying? Like how twins do. You know, but I'm beating this up a little bit. I think that's a, I'm on something like that. Yeah. So, yeah. So, we come up here so we can start this panel off. And so I can make sure I got this because I don't hear nothing. All I got to do is I got to keep looking at the chat right now to see anything. But for some strange reason, it keeps showing me you. Yeah. So I'm just going to get a starting point. I got to make my little starting loop. I got to put this nice and neatly together. I want this one to be a twin to this one. So I need it to be the same exact size. It's going to have the same exact amount of turns. I think this needs to be a little smaller loop. Oh, King. I see King. I'm off my magic mirror. Okay. You got a range too? I don't know. I'm figuring this stuff out. Oh, yeah. King's already got that. Okay. Hold on. Let me drop another link up in the chat. Yeah. How we do it right here. That's how we're gonna do the panel. Come up here and talk about it. Ask any questions, whatever it's gonna be. We're gonna make it pass the time while I build this coil right here. And I need to fix this one some more. I fucking got it sitting on top of that round globe. I kind of messed up my wrapping a little bit. I I'll glue this back and do it again. I'll re-glue these and then make the next one. That's what I'll do. Yeah. So we want to talk about some bifilar coils. We want to talk about it. And let me know if you joined up in and I just don't see you yet. No, it should pop up on the bottom, right? I'll go through my notes over here. See if we can talk about the bifilar coil here. Did I write anything? I know I wrote some stuff about this bifilar coil, what it does. And who we got in here? Yeah. I'm using speaker wire, and I got a hot glue gun. I'm gonna use a little glue gun and a little tape, but that's all that's really needed on this one. And you see, not like these other coils you've been seeing me make. These coils is bifilar coils where I got two different wires, just like this is two different wires because it's a speaker wire. So the speaker wire is actually two separate wires, a positive or negative. In these, I'm using two wires, but it's not like it's needed. This one, these is pancake. This one is just a regular core magnet. Now on these, I put ferrite core in it. This is what I'm using inside the Gary Destroyer. These pancake coils is another way of doing it. They all do basically the same thing, but the pancake coil is pretty special by itself, and it also helps us save space opposed to using these. So that's why I'm using these here anyway. And what I'm gonna do is actually we're gonna put these together inside the circuit. This is what I mean, and why I'm doing it this and making more than one. I'll give you a little heads up real quick. Let's take some magnets. All right. For magnets, they're gonna attract real easy, and it's just gonna take some force to pull them apart. It does take some force to pull it apart. These right here are some neodymium magnets. They're probably about N32 gauss, 42 gauss, or something like that. And you see how much energy it takes to pull these apart. But look what happens if I flip one around and I try to put them together. It takes a lot of energy and force to try to make these things come back. You see what I'm saying? It takes a lot of energy and force to try to make it come back. Now, that energy and force of these repelling coming back is giving us more. It took more energy to do that than it took to repel. So than it took to attract. So that's what I want to utilize, that energy, that extra force that's needed and that's given. You know what I'm saying? When repelling. So I'm making this twin circuit, this twin pancake. And we're gonna make another one to it, and we're gonna put them in a repelling way. So that way, the forces that come through when this thing turn off and on is going to be a much higher force because it's trying to do this, and that's going to result in a higher and more power in our circuit. In a nutshell, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say that everything notice everything I'm saying it, trying to say it in a real layman's term and trying to get it for the average person that don't understand all of the lingo. And then as we go along, I'll be slowly but surely teaching you the lingo. And probably when we get down to the end of things, we'll be talking like scientists. But right now, we're gonna keep it hood. You know what I mean? Where we at? Yeah. Okay. So now, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I'm going to nice and neatly. See, I started off the loop. I got one coil. I got it on the inside, basically. I got this, so it's on the inside. I left a little bit of extra. I put a little tape here to hold it together so we can get this thing started. You know what I'm saying? Get this out of the way. Because now the rest of the coil is going to be wrapping around the outside. It's not going to twist. And it's just going to be going nice and around. And it's going to be, no space. And we're going to be going around. All right? And we probably periodically as it goes around, I'm going to add a little bit of glue, a little hot glue to help hold this together. So let me get my glue gun started. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Where's my glue gun? Come on, y'all. Open it. The panel's open. You know what I'm saying? Harry, get up here. Start some stuff. We can talk. Boom. Where is my glue gun? It should be like right here. We can talk about this Texas shooting or something like that. I don't know. Y'all think it's real? They start talking about people in the church with guns and shit. Where the hell is my glue gun? Supposed to be like sitting right here. I got so much junk here I can't even see. There we go. Damn. Glue gun. Let's plug this up. And while that warms up, I'm looking some notes. Let's see what we got in here. All right. Maybe we should see. I didn't want to give away all the. I'm gonna say that for Friday. All right. Yeah, we want to say that for Friday. But we can still talk since we're doing some of this and building it now. Any questions in there? Yeah. What do you mean? The link sent you to your YouTube channel. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Hold on, let me see something. Boom. Invite. Copy the clipboard. Copy. Okay. Okay. All right, try that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Add the stream. Bam. Alright.
One word. What up, though?
What's popping?
Shit, slow motion. You already know.
Alright. I ain't see you in a minute.
Yeah, you already know. Likewise. Just be focused and shit like that.
Yeah, happy New Year's and all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
What you was talking about though? You was that little. You still messing with the speaker wire?
Yeah. I'm putting this coil here together. I'm putting a twin to this one because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be able to resonate one to another one. You see how this one already just picked up the field from that from the little ball, you know what I'm saying, the little static ball with the lights. I forgot what the hell you want to call that.
Yeah.
This thing. I says, and I was able to magnify that. And what happened is that when twins resonate on the same level, so I'll be able to use this one to wirelessly send energy over to the other one. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things that do that. You know what I'm saying? Bipolar coil, it definitely is going to pick the power up. It induces itself. It makes it stronger. Damn. We're going to use it to fucking we're going to use it to make wireless energy. I'm gonna put a circuit to it, probably like the Joule thief circuit. But these are some things that I don't be talking, that's like a little further on for everybody. Like y'all don't even understand the Joule thief circuit. But these are gonna be some things that we're gonna be building as we go along. Yo, like I said, I don't know how much power this thing. I swear this thing fried my little tester. It did something to it. And I'm gonna have to go find out what the hell it did to it.
You can still hear me pretty
so anyway,
good?
what's been going on? I ain't seen you building in a minute, huh? Who's that? Reno. I see Reno. Yeah, the link is open for everybody. Oh, what just happened? What did I just do? Y'all still see everything?
Yeah, I still can.
You still there, Harry? Okay. Does everything look regular, or did it go to screen share or something like that? There we go. Okay, I just hit something wrong. That's all. Don't mind me. I'm new with this here.
Yeah, you can still hear me. I just got some earbuds. I don't know if they work or not.
Say it again.
Nah, yeah, you can't hear me that good. I got these earbuds in, but these shits is trash. They don't even fit right. Can't even hear nothing good. It's like you gotta take it out your ear to use it as a mic.
I need to charge up mine so I can won't have to do this either. Ugh.
Did you ever get to do that panel that you was talking about the other day? I know you said you want to speak about something. That panel you said you wanted to, you said something about a panel the other day that you had wanted to talk about something.
Oh yeah. In the back chat. Yeah.
Right.
I got a little busy. I had got a little busy. But before I did that, Vegan went and started the chat, went and started one on the same topic. I was like, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have announced it in the back. I don't know. But it's open.
Yeah.
It's like, but saying I ain't on it like that. I ain't on it like that. But like I said, I got a little busy anyway.
Right.
Yeah, when I was thinking about talking about that Texas. Say it again. Misael.
No. I see you the big homie. Not too much be bothering you and shit like that.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
When you talking about vegan.
Oh yeah.
Announced it, and then he made a panel about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't, that shit don't be. There's no sweat off your brow with shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. Because everybody's got a different opinion to it anyway. You know what I mean? Says my stuff. Right. Even though I wanted to get into that, probably my whole direction was going to be going in a different direction anyway. You know what I mean? Because
okay.
I'm thinking. I'll be honest. I'm thinking that's we don't believe none of this stuff that's going on TV, really. You know what I mean? So I don't get too much caught up in all of that politics with it. You know what I mean? I don't believe it. You know. All right, like let's say for instance, like I said, I wanted to talk about that Texas shooting. You know anything about it? You been following it on that? Hold on, where is my I need some more glue sticks here. How's all those damn glue sticks? You there? I don't hear you no more. I don't hear nothing. I mean, I see you, but I don't hear nothing. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm hearing sounds now. Yeah. You back? You back? Can you hear me, Harry? I don't hear nothing on your side. Can y'all hear me in the chat room? Give me a one if y'all can hear me. All right. I see Chris. We in here. Can y'all hear me? Raul, y'all hear me? You know what I'm saying? Is my mic working? Because I don't hear Harry no more. Okay, y'all can hear me. So it's just you, Harry. I don't hear nothing. Every so often I heard some noise, but I ain't hearing no words. Damn. Yeah, so what I was saying about that. Harry must have had some technical difficulties. Yeah, any of y'all you want to join Melissa? I see you. Y'all want to join the panel? I'll put the link out there. You know what I'm saying? Come on up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. It's an open panel. We can go through anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wrote down a couple of things. I was talking about that church shooting. There were 7 guns in the church. Let's talk about it. You know that 7, that's that Masonic number. Just so happened to be 7 guns in the church. I don't know. That could be a code in, you know what I mean? You know how we feel about that. Those guys and this mind control stuff. You know? It was a black and white thing, predominantly white church. Some black dude comes in there, they don't know, and automatically everybody was nervous, and he's this and that. I don't know, like, yeah, I think this stuff is too much bullshit involved. You know what I'm saying? You feeling me? Y'all there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like, did y'all get any information on that guy, on that church shooting? Okay, hold on. Let me see. I see somebody here. Let me add the stream. Boom. And yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
What's
I
up,
hear,
fella?
I hear you. All right, what's popping? What's popping?
You got it, one.
Yeah.
Out of this world, man.
Hey, thanks for joining the panel. Welcome.
Running through it, man. We going to it. What's up, Hair?
One love, Jay.
Salutes, player. Hey, I'm sitting here looking at you roll that, man. Oh, man. It looked just like a snake laying in coil.
Yeah, right. This is the coil. We should call it the coil of life. They want to talk about the flower of life, coil of life.
Yep.
Everything spiral, and it naturally generated the you know what I'm saying, and spiked up the voltage. You know what I'm saying?
6 is the mix.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That mix is like everything is mixed. Motherfuckers talking about they pure and everything gotta be mixed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I said usually on the other one, I just been spinning this together. But this one I said I want to try to add a little bit of glue as I go along to try to keep this nice and tight, even tighter. You see how this one keeps coming apart. This one, it just was rolled without the glue. I rolled it all together and then I just put the glue across the top. But you see, I keep breaking it apart. I even glued the whole back like that, but it still keeps coming out, kind of.
What you call it? The Granddaddy pancake?
Yeah, it's the pancake coil. The pancake bifilar coil.
Okay.
Bi meaning two. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And coil, that means two wires going around the coil. If it was a trifilar coil, then it'd be three wires going around. You know what I mean?
Yep. Electricity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, when you run a voltage through a coil, it makes it into a magnet. You know what I'm saying? It basically turns this into a magnet. That's what we're doing here. And then when we turn the signal off, that magnetic field turns into collapses, and as it collapses, it transitions and changes over into electricity. As it, you know what I'm saying, as it passes through the coil. You know what I'm saying? And it's at a much greater voltage than what you was using because this now basically amplified it. You know, it went around and around and induced itself, and it's made this whole magnetic field. And when, you know, like I said, once we getting into this stuff and learning how this stuff is working, and we're just doing natural things, playing with nature. Like I said, we're getting a whole new thing going on here, man. A whole new world we're learning. They've been hiding from us the whole time, giving us a little bit here and there, I guess, just trying to see who's going to be the people that's going to try to figure this out, you know?
Right. Waiting for those to use them hands.
Yeah.
Like you doing yourself. And we almost die waiting, don't we? It comes to a head, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bam. I'm trying to get neater and neater as I go along, that's all. Bam. Put some in between this shit. Make it stronger.
Heavy duty.
That's all. Yeah. So you see, they're trying to take the guns away from Virginia. They started talking about taking away their guns and shit. And them people start talking about fighting. They're gonna fight.
Man.
Some heavy shit going on. You know what I mean?
I know exactly where you went with it, man. That's a couple things. Like I don't separate myself from it, but I just don't watch TV too much. So I know that news is it ain't nothing. Breaking news is to break you. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Something try to feed the information and it's breaking at the same time. Bringing breaking news to broken people or people that's trying to mend things. It's just a slap in your face.
Yeah. So that's why I like fucking with the woke class. You know what I mean? So we don't really subscribe to all of that bullshit. We know it's bullshit.
Facts.
We know the government means mind control.
It's something. It's like the task that your parents had. It's been taken from them. Child asking the parent, whichever parent that's there for their child, they like, what's going on? And that parent can't really tell them because the job is in the other people contract whom you don't even know.
I see Melissa. I see you in my magic mirror, sister, goddess.
Those you don't know, they parenting
you. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, y'all can join up on the panel too. I'll put the link out there. Do I got everybody in? Boom, boom. I see 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's real.
We got this room. We can put up 6 in there right here. Let me see if Alicia, you didn't hear anything about the shooting? Yeah, it happened in the church. The church shooting. Peace. Hold on, paste that.
Yeah, wow.
The church shooting. But my thing is though about all of that is that now what the hell is a whole bunch of people doing in church with guns anyway? You know what I'm saying? That you're able to shoot a motherfucker that he came in. I thought I was like, well, damn, yeah, kind of, you know what I mean? I thought that's a little crazy right there.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's legal to carry guns in the state. Like, what you doing carrying a gun in a church anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you trying to protect your life. I thought God had your back anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's just crazy to me. I don't know.
Oh man, full clips. Like that's the dope spot, huh? Or that's that's where Tony in the that the cartel meet. Shit, is that where they meet? I thought they met at the piers and the things like that. At the wash house and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sliding up right on them church benches.
They soldiers for the law for real. I'm just saying. But I just find it a little funny when it was 7 guns to be in the church. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But anyhow, the person that shot and killed the man just so happened to be ex gun range owner and NRA instructor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this stuff is it's something to that these people are doing to try to program the people, trying to let you know that if the right person has the gun and they can do the killing or shooting, it's okay. You know what I mean?
I won't deny it. I sure won't. It's like a big staff that they've been moving this shit for years and they know what they doing. The staff is gonna play the show. Certain people got backstage tickets and they know what it is, and others don't.
Yeah.
The greatest show on earth.
You know what I mean? The greatest show on earth.
Everything you tune into, you just don't know. That's part of the show in this all aspects and different portals. it's fucked up because it's tied to the babies. You know what I mean? Even they part of it.
Yeah.
The Google Gaga, they ain't even speaking English yet, and they part of it. You know. So, the task, man. The task force. They're busy workers. You know, motherfuckers gonna work together to wreck some motherfuckers. Cause it's like that. If you ask me, work is wreck. You know, and if it ain't something that you love to do, like, you know, things you doing right now,
Yeah.
it ain't work. Things like, you know, that what you doing right now is breathing. You feel me? You ain't panting.
Yeah.
You ain't
A little brain exercise.
Yeah. You know, you ain't like, whoo, shit, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, you could be literally working out. If it's something that you doing that you want to do, you ain't gonna look at that as tiring. You know what I mean? You gonna welcome the sore muscles the next day.
Facts.
You know, work ain't something that one does, you know, where it's something that ain't gotta do. You know? Shit, come home exhausted, man. Because you work almost to death. You know, go on and keep wrecking that motherfucking car into the wall. See how long it's gonna keep working. Right? You know what I mean? Wrecking it.
Yep.
It ain't gonna last for a lifetime.
Hold on, we got some more to add up in here. I see ration. Hold on. Boom, boom. Add to the stream. Indigenous. Got you in here, baby. Okay. Everybody, I got y'all all in. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Peace
I
to
think we
the
got room
gods.
for
How
one
y'all
more.
doing?
Man, we doing it, man.
Yeah,
Luke.
I hear, man. I hear, bro. Tuned in, just like you said, everything to break you fast on these stations when you tune in, everything to misinform you, but at the same time, it informs you also. You know,
Yep. The lie
like
can't exist without the truth. You're right.
exactly that. Like I heard y'all speaking at a church shooting and stuff, and like what it says to me is the first two amendments. You know, you could practice what you preach, practice what you teach, and then the second amendment, you got the right to bear arms to protect your you know, whatever you're doing at the
Fact.
end of the day. But we look at it like what guns doing in a church type thing, you know, and everything like that. Hey, it's right there in your amendment. You know, you could
Hey,
practice.
and still, because when we think about it on the natural state of just, you know, you being a man, you know, in order for you to bear arms, you gotta reach into the with your bare arms. You know what I mean? So it's always guns in the church. That's pops that's gonna protect his daughter and son, wife. You know, them two arms gonna break a jaw, man.
Right.
Hey, it was good. What's good?
Salute.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
What's
like
poppin',
you said,
family?
once you, hey, man, not much. One world was good, mine's eye.
Major
Ain't
salute.
nothing. It's a new year. It's a new year. You know what I'm saying? It's a new thing going on. We glad to have you.
Hey, we elevated and calibrated, elevated and calibrated. You know.
There it is. There it is.
Situation. Hey, man,
And
Melissa, I see you in my magic mirror, sister.
yeah, I was listening to you just a minute ago, and I was like, I mean, once you tune in, I mean, you can never be out. And on top of that, with the church shooting, I mean, the more we think about it, it was way more religious wars in the Bible than on the plane. I mean, what you get what I'm saying?
Spit that shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
spill. That's
I
real
heard
right
that.
there. Cause you look at it, the biggest war in the beginning was over what God you praising and everything, and then they get together. They get together like, hey, we got these people praising this God, we got these people praising this God. Hey, what God y'all got y'all people praising at the moment or whatever? And,
I mean,
and
Hey,
so,
and that's how they had to. That's how they control us by division because religion only caused division. That's the only thing. That's man. That's the only purpose.
exactly
Same
that.
with all this race shit. You know what I mean? Just division.
Racism is incorporated in the division in the religions. You know, they tell you my God this, my God that. They tell the Christians, the Muslims go against each other in some scripts and stuff like that. It's all divisive. You know, that's the beginning of divisive information. If you look at it,
There we go. And the think tank is back.
hey, have y'all ever looked at dog fighting and seen God fight?
I mean, I wouldn't sit there and incriminate nobody, but um, I had too many uncles that used to dabble into that, and I used to ride around the block as a lookout guy, and I never seen that.
I
Honestly,
ain't
I'm just
seen it.
putting myself that close to the situation.
Okay, what's that exactly that you referring to though?
I'm basically saying, you ask when you see two pit, okay, I'm gonna say pit bulls. You say, do you see that as two? Oh, I see you reversing the name. I see what you're doing. No, I see what you're saying.
Yep, it's a thing where you would go get your God, they'll go get their God, and they go to war about it. You know what I mean? Same happens with the dogs. You know,
Yeah, that definitely correlate. You know, it's a fight to the death.
yeah,
Like
to the
to
death.
finish with it, you know, you what they say. I forget how they say it. Endure to the end.
Yep,
Strength or a gladiator, yeah, strength endure to the end or something like that.
yep,
Yeah,
fact.
yeah. And look at that, you brought up Gladiator Arena. That's like the first platform stage where people perform for their livelihood type thing. You know,
Mm-hmm. To the
you had
death.
to fight for your survival,
Right.
Survival of the fittest.
and it was for show. You know, it was for a broadcasted audience.
Yep. Actually was. It was real life too. The players was in that game literally. Like if you was watching that shit, your daddy died if he lost that. And it was a show to the rest of the people.
Yeah,
Man, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was a
and
show. Hey, look at this, man.
That remind me of that movie Jumanji, man. Like when
Go ahead.
I never really watch movies like you say you don't watch too much TV, and I feel because I don't either. I deplug myself, but I happened to watch this Jumanji. It wasn't doing nothing, and I started really looking into the depthness of it. Then you think about all the teachings that most of us are already under the school of. It's like, man, like that's like what if our reality is in that fate?
Is it fantasy?
No, no,
Huey
no,
P.
no, in that fate. That
Huey
in
P.
that,
There's room for you up in here.
yeah, bring who you on in.
talking like it's that synchronization. Just like you said, we speak about we don't watch too much TV and everything like that, but all our development has been watching TV, listening to radio,
That's the
watching movies.
programming.
Yeah, but we able now, being that we see through the vision that we see now, you can actually go back and look at the movies that we did see and actually visualize some of the sacred teachings that's being shout out to there. You can see the actual casting and the bonding of the spell, just like you said in Jumanji and everything like that.
Oh,
You
who got the
know,
Yeah,
once you start playing the game, once you start playing the game, You know, the game
You
ain't over.
realize, yeah, you realize the simulation, and you look at this whole Earth plane, and all your vision, through your eyes, bringing in this 2020. It's like it's almost like the layout is already there, and you drop into a. I mean, we all. Well, some of us believe that everything started from everything. You know what I mean? So you already had everything there. It's almost like that simulation, and I mean, it was old people there, it was young people there. It wasn't like Adam and Eve had to grow and have babies to see humanity. You know what I mean? So, man, that Jumanji movie deep.
Oh man, they got so many movies. That's where you can see a lot of it. And I showed up. I don't watch TV like that, but I don't separate myself from it. You know, I
I
just don't
said,
want to get
word.
into.
I feel you. I'll give you like this. The only times I really actually did do nowadays checking the TV is these award shows. Because the award shows pretty much give you the highlights, the most promoted throughout the year at the end of the day. And it also gives you vision of what's being promoted, you know? And then you just catch
Yeah,
up on the you know, the hypocrisy and everything else that goes along with it. That's why they have
yeah,
these speeches and they award them for their professional performances, you know? And
and
that's
and
just
and, and, and they also reward them for who sold out the most, or who sold more than
exactly,
sold.
exactly.
Who
It's
did the
right there
most
in your
buffoonery?
face.
Said who did the most buffoonery, huh?
Yeah.
Who
Who
did
did
the
the
most
most?
Yeah,
cut
that's
through the
exactly.
basket?
I don't want to laugh because that's their souls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
But
bubblegum
I mean, it's
pop
real
smash.
talk though.
Yeah, it is. That's why I look at it like, man, these people good. You know, they professional performers and they get paid them top dollars to perform their craft upon the, you know, the mass majority. And it's a great thing to see that a lot of people tuned
Yo,
into
hold it down. I'll be right back.
a lot of people
For sure.
tuned into a higher station, you know, in line to
Yep.
incline.
Come on, right? Come on, right? How y'all doing?
This-
Yeah, and a
You
lot
can
of that is exactly what you said. It, and the more you think about it, the more you sell
do you
out, the more fame you
do you
get.
think any two men that ever battled each other? I don't care if it was your granddaddy or your granddaddy, the very first pair of granddaddies who protected the family. Man. Do you think that they went at each other and they didn't shed a tear? What you know, no matter what happened, how much violence they did to each other. Them is
Now
true
say that
respect.
again. It was breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
It was breaking up. I don't know if it's your end. I can barely hear you. I want to answer that though.
Same
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, do you think, like, and these two individuals are not indoctrinated and they not emotional? It ain't none of that bullshit that we know today dealing with them. They natural is two lions. You know what I mean? You know how two lions are fight.
Yeah, I feel you.
Do you think either one of them shed a tear?
I believe so. I'm just answer that because
Mm,
I've been directed
mm,
to some stations tuned in and they pretty much dialogue in the existence of gang banging in the nation. And then they, you know, they interviewing OGs and triple OGs. And when they talk about it, you know, the founders of these gangs, they they all grew up with each other. They all went to the same schools, you know. And although the violence went on for the years that it goes on and continue to go on within it, they still heard about the situation and was hurt during the time of engaging in the wars and the battles against each other, you know. But at the same
Hey,
time,
mm.
yeah,
I just wanted to say this, like, literally, like, the person that helped me see this, and me and Huey P, we was speaking earlier, man. You know, and that's literally where both of those men, just imagine this, say they were pragmatic like our ancestors were. They wasn't problematic people. They was problem solving people. They was people with a reason, you know. So it's like those two that had the first fight, where they didn't see eye to eye. Those two, they fought like a motherfucker. One probably killed the other one. They probably both survived, you know. But neither one of them left the fight where they was crying like women, or not saying women, but they wasn't crying like babies, right? So where they walked away not crying at the eyeballs, they whole vessel was crying blood. This is blood, sweat, and tears, y'all. Where you get cut and you fighting for your life or your respect or your grounds, that cut is gonna bleed your sweat. And that cut is no different from your eyes that's your eyelids where they split. Your eyes can see
I feel you.
happen, they a tear. But where your body get tear, your body is torn, that's a bloody, sweaty tear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It
both
definitely is.
wounds we call them. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was deep. I'm trying to think. That was
That
deep.
was deep. That was deep. That
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 was
that
that was that was a mic drop right there.
yeah.
I'm trying to pick it up.
That correlates everything into it. You can't.
yeah.
All levels are entwined, no matter which way we look at it. And it actually gets played out. What he explained and the way he explained it, it get the way he explained it. That's how it poured out. They was able to be interviewed about their fights and about those times of the blood, sweat, and tears, and they, like you said, they had reasons, but at the end of the day, they soul is hurt, is
Reality had to
pained by
play
it,
out.
Yeah.
and it runs
Look,
deeper.
man.
Now you look
Hey,
back
hey,
at
hey,
the
hey, hey,
community that. Go ahead, bro.
hey, Mozart, have you seen Jumanji yet?
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I said, have you seen Jumanji yet?
I
The
haven't.
movie?
I've
Man, you need to
asked.
watch that. With your deep mind, this movie gonna tear your brain up, bro. And
Okay, I will.
I can hear through your mind. They have a number 2 to come out. You should watch number 1, but then you should think about the real game and think about back then. Man, they was telling us exactly what we're learning, bro. You need to watch that.
Right
You
now.
need to watch that.
Well,
Right.
I'm thinking about it. I seen the first one, that old ass one, and I know exactly what Jumanji is, so it do make sense. You know what I mean? Whereas it's a whole game that you breathe. You know what I'm saying?
That's all our teachings is. I mean, not our teachers. That's what think about what you, me, you and P. You know what I mean? Sir, you know what I mean? And who the dude on the panel? Like, what's your name? My bad.
Oh, my name Rashawn, but it's Rashawn.
Rashawn. For
Rashawn
sure.
is me. Yeah.
Much love. You know what I mean?
Much
I
love
ain't
to you
want to. You
too,
know what I
bro.
mean? I mean, cause
Yeah, I got
you dropping some jewels. You know what I mean? So I ain't want to leave you out. You know?
Hey,
Yeah, we.
hey, I got you. I got you. That's why I'm thankful and appreciative for all y'all brothers, man. Everybody you just named and all that, cause like you said, it's stations like when people tune into a station, it's for entertainment, and this station is entertained not to where it's satisfying to our amusement. It's satisfying to our growth and development as far as knowledge and wisdom concerned. You feel me?
So,
Facts.
so.
And
Yep.
these the channels that people need to tune into. You see, my avatar is busted screens, and I got a story I could tell about those screens, and if it's all right or whatnot, just
Hey,
I mean,
telephone, man. Tell your
I
here
story.
we go.
mean,
So right
Hell
here,
yeah.
man, you
that
got it.
that that one on the top, I don't know, but it was a big ass TV, and then the one on the bottom was a 32-inch smart TV. So The first one I got was moving my boss's son to his apartment or whatnot, and I got the TV from him. Then another one I won at a Christmas party from the job, but the owners and the persons I work for are Jews, and we had a Christmas party, and I'm got a Christmas gift, and all that correlate to that aspect of it. But off that, the television, when you get to when you really identify what television is and also how it could be utilized, but at some point in time, it becomes the major distraction in your atmosphere, and the only way to control it is to extinguish that motherfucker at the
Correct,
end of the day,
correct, correct.
And
And
so
it's really tell light vision.
Damn.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
exactly.
On your vision, and once you really realize what it is, it's just
Yeah,
like nobody never went through slavery, but they relive it through rules. And think about how powerful that television show or movie was to people that's trying to identify themselves.
yeah. And that's my whole thing, and it's been the greatest thing I've seen coming into electric power, one world, one hood, because my thing is going back into these devices, the frequency interrupters at the end of the day. And once you're able to broadcast a frequency, you then could expand that interruption. And then the segments and how they installed it to us, with this television, it's motion
Mm,
picture. It's motion
motion
picture.
pictures,
So
correct.
you got sound and visual. You got all your senses being, you know,
Tampered with.
all your frequencies being tampered with at one time. All ways you can amplify yourselves is being how you call it controlled. Put in the relay. And then I looked at the relay.
Harness,
The first a
harness.
relay. Yeah, exactly that. And then a relay is a switch at the end of the day. A relay is a switch when it comes to electricity or whatnot. And then
Yep.
when you able to be able to control the lapse in a sort of say, I'm trying to grab the
It's cool.
vocabulary to transfer.
It's okay. Spit that shit, brother. Spit
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like once you able to so let me just start with the relay and how it's electric, and it's a switch. It's a power switch at the end of the day. Turn your power switch on, you can turn your power switch off. But you can turn that
Mm,
power switch on, and then you got a volume switch while that power's on.
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta adjust the lighting switch while that power and everything else, so
Mm.
on and so forth. You feel me? So when it
Relays.
comes to
Dang, that went back to relay.
relays, that's what
God,
we're talking about. We're talking about
I'm an
relays,
electrician. I
right?
know.
So with the relay and and everything like that, and then you see that it's lapping. Now you got to create a race. You feel me? But how can we articulate a electric race into actual existence race? So what you gotta do is compartmentalize the people as you doing a device. While the power on that device, you see you already got those laps there, those different amplifiers, and you got to control the frequencies of those amplifiers. So us, the people out here, are those actual compartments that sees and hears, and those actual transmitting devices inside the system. So once you're able to control the relays on those devices, then
Mm.
you can go ahead and orchestrate it and on whatever tune you want it to be harmonized into or whatever whatnot.
It'll just
It
keep
don't. It,
happening.
it almost. It almost sounds like you dissecting the ear to be able to channel those thoughts.
Yeah, like that's what's happening, and then that's what's going on with us in this world right now. With all the different stations you got activate and reactivate our frequencies and stuff like that. But it starts with the relay, and we ain't even in a single race.
To tune.
It's a
Yeah, what
marathon.
they call
It's a
it, a
marathon
440.
though, but it's a marathon. And then when you talk about a marathon, it's a baton that's being passed down. And the baton, that we're dealing with right now is the overall government of the people. It's people that's placed in these government. Yes, Ray Rock. I grab a
Who got
pound
the baby?
that juice. I got
Gotta mute your
Hey,
mic.
Smoke, smoke.
Word, what you feeling though? Like, I mean, I guess I missed the beginning of the show. I see you making up that magnetic field because I know the core. You know what I mean? But I wanted to see exactly what it is you was doing, so I can follow the process. You feel me?
Well, right, I'm using a speaker wire, and I got the speaker wire running in a perfect little circle here. You know what I'm saying? And we're making what's called a bifilar pancake coil. You know what I'm saying? And what a coil does is when you run voltage to a coil, it turns this into a magnet. You know what I'm saying? And then we're able to get power out of this by collapsing the field and opening the field and collapsing the field and making pulses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it will be with a pancake with a bifilar coil. We're able to produce high voltages from low voltages. You know what I'm saying? We're able.
Like you saying, pulse. Is that something like a heartbeat?
There you go. But when it opens and closes, like a heartbeat, like an inhale, like a life, a birth and a rebirth.
Man, I never looked at magnetism. I mean, I know it's give and take, and you can flip it and it do the reciprocating appliances, but I never. Man, you just speak, man. Let me sit back, man. I'm finna pay attention, bro. I'm lost, because I understand what's going on, but I don't understand the mechanics.
Oh yeah, well all of this stuff. That's the thing with like the hands-on, and that's why I says, what, a lot of this stuff I'm just gonna start doing it right here in front of y'all, so that way if you're not actually doing it yourself, you can actually feel it through my hands by seeing the visual as it's going along. You know what I mean? And in that way, you'll be able to understand and catch the full picture as we go along. So right now, just trying to explain to everybody exactly everything that's going to happen, and you just think you're going to get it like that, and it doesn't necessarily work like that. You know what I mean? So it's like a little hands-on project too. So that's what I'm giving to y'all as we go along.
Give me the thought process of the pulse of the give and take. I mean, I'm gonna be a beginner.
Say that again.
Give me the hands-on Give me the elementary, quick, hooked on phonics version of the pulse, the give and take from each coil.
The pulse. All right. This is what happens, right? Like I said, when you put if I put a voltage to this coil, it's going to turn into a magnet. It's going to create a magnetic field around it, right?
Correct. That's exactly what our electricity is. It's not. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But now what happens is that magnetic field, that magnet is just a magnet itself. Before it turns into a voltage, somebody got to mute their mic. They got a loud background. Before it turns into a voltage, we have to collapse that field. When the field collapses, when that magnetic field collapses, that it's going to send that field through the wires as electricity.
Like the transformer, it has to step it up or down.
You can kind of say that it's like almost like a transforms. It takes this that pulsed energy and it transitions it at that point over to to you as as electricity. It's still a magnetic pulse, but now it's one that you can use. It's AC now. You know, when you get the magnet by itself is not enough. It's no power. You need that magnet to oscillate. You need it to go back and forth. You need it to keep passing back over the field. If you put a magnet to the field, if I take a magnet and I put it to a
Harness
coil,
the AC.
I should do that. I'm gonna say that
You need
one
to
for free.
harness the AC.
Let me write that down right now. Hold on. I'm
Yeah, that's a good question.
gonna make that experiment for y'all, for you to actually see what happens when I
The back
put
and forth.
voltage to the coil. I mean, not a voltage, but I put the magnet just by itself
It's
to the coil. You know what I mean? So I'll make sure I have all of that set up. Let me write where I can write some of this at.
but it's almost like you plugging your phone charger in at the right time, and you can almost see and feel a shock that's when that AC came back.
I wrote that down now. Yeah. So like I said, that if you put a magnet to the coil, it's going to, and you put your meter to the coil to read it, you're going to see a really split second reading. The needle's going to move, but that's it. And if you just keep the magnet sitting there, it doesn't mean that the energy is just going to keep flowing. It don't work like way. You know what I mean?
That's the constant.
Right. So you need that magnet. The needle only moves because you move that magnet to the needle to the meter.
Mm.
But now, and when you move the magnet away from the meter, it jolted in the other direction. It did a little jolt in both directions. But now, if you keep moving the magnet back and forth past the coil, you know what I'm saying, especially at a constant rate, you're gonna see a constant
rapid state
on that coil.
Correct. And that's what,
You
that's
know,
what generates that magnetic field.
so now the trick is, well, let's all right. Well, let's say there's more to it. Let's say, yeah, now you got a magnetic field, but the coil itself is helping you generate a back EMF. You know what I'm saying? Because the coil is now, you know what I'm saying, involved, and it's adding statics to the
resist. See, you didn't mention resistance. That's
say it again.
You didn't mention resistance.
What resistance? Well, no, We're not thinking about resistance right now. We're talking about capacitance right now. We're still in the field of capacitance. We're talking about the inducing of one wire to the next wire to the next wire. That's why it's wrapped around each other like that. You know what I'm saying? So, as the magnetic field collapses,
my bad. I thought that was
you now induce a voltage into the circuit. You know what I'm saying? But now the thing is that this happens at such a fast action, like a 200 nanoseconds. It happens so fast, it means nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we work in the collecting of it and the keep passing it at super high speed. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why
this is all
electric.
I'm listening.
No. My bad. I was just adding on to what you were saying. That's why I body electric, because you don't know your heartbeat moving that fast.
Oh yeah, you're definitely your body's electric. You know, it's dielectric. You know what I'm saying? And dielectric is a material, is like insulator that has charge capacity that you know what I'm saying that can hold charge. You know what I'm saying? That's what everything is linked through. Everything is linked through dielectric. All of the materials are dielectric. You
Do
know what I'm
that mean
saying?
like able to keep pulsing itself, like able to keep that pulse generating?
Yeah, when something is dielectric, it can, yeah, it has a capability of storing some of that charge. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. And being able to continue on to push that charge
Right.
every month.
See, this is why you could take two rubber balloons and you rub them together, and you get a charge from it. Now you know what I'm saying. Now these aren't two metals, so how is it conducting electricity? Well, that's because you know what I'm saying. There's it's dielectric, and everything that's
Yeah.
dielectric has the ability to hold charge to it, and that means that rubber was able to hold static charge.
And that's the system from the battery to the alternator to the car. If I get into mechanics too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm so intrigued. I did like building maintenance superintendent, so it's like basic fundamentals and the basic fundamentals of all the trades and repairing. You know, residential electric, residential plumbing, and all that stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So you've seen those gradient tests with all the different oils in it then before. You've seen them live, or you've seen them things, right?
I've came across them, but not actually tended to utilizing them.
Yeah. We was talking about that the other day. I was telling everybody. I says that when you that's your understanding of why outer space ain't real. When you understand how mediums
Hey,
work, you know. Yo,
one
same
word.
medium that puts you up in the water, same medium will push you down if you try to leave the atmosphere.
Yeah.
In one word. And actually, if the more you think about it, if you understood what they were really doing, that's why they have to have Freemasons to do it, because it's that easy to be dissected by us to realize what's going on for us to do it than some random person that they can control to make sure that they continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why that's why the certain the people who you don't hear about, the real geniuses die broke, and the rich people they're down with something somewhere. You know what I mean? You get promoted, somebody like Einstein, you know, and then when you hear all the real geniuses says that this dude's an idiot. You know what I mean? It's a sellout.
Yes,
Like
correct. I
motherfuckers,
don't think they geniuses. I think they just somebody in place to make all do all this while we keep the cream at the top. You know what I mean? But it's not really cream. It's just somebody that we put in place to make sure that we can make sure you do what you supposed to be not.
mm,
Yeah, I feel that. Is to take part in like morals, demoralized individual, but at the end of the day, demoralized genius.
Man, and it my bad, wrong word. I had a man. I don't know the answer to talking to what. I just had an epiphany, and I had to get that out.
nah, it's all good.
I
It's all
had
good.
to.
Jay Royal, the goddess is in the building. I see you. Well, we gotta take our second out for Jay Royal. You know, what I'm saying? Is there room up on the panel? You can come up here. Come speak to the family. I got to put the. We still got room up in there. You know, get a sister to come up in here.
Yeah,
Cause
we need some female energy. No, but not saying that. I mean, but what I'm, man, I'm really trying to understand. Okay, so you got speaker wires. You about the elect die. You said it's a dielectric atmosphere that's being harnessed, and that's why we started talking about other things, which is fine. I'm just trying to mentally capacitate. See, you ain't mentioned a fuse or a capacitor yet, but that don't matter. It just I'm trying to harness. I'm trying to see, and I kind of messed up too because I brought up transform. You know what I mean? So, and that's the word challenge. So if you don't need an alternator, then you don't need. Man, I understood
There you go.
electricity. Hmm.
So pretty much this right here, what you build in one world would be inside a transformer. If you're trying to grasp that magnetism and keep that generating so that it, because the coils the conductors, right? Once the magnet hit and gives that spark.
Well, let's look at the coils as inducers.
Okay.
Like these coils is going to induce each other. You know what I'm saying? We're going to look at them in that way. And what I'm going to do is remember each when you these coils turn into when you energize it, it turns into magnets.
Mhm.
So what I'm going to do is just like how these magnets are repelling right now. I'm going to put these coils together so that way these magnets stay repelling because there's more energy you see it takes to try to make these things, come together, opposed to, like this is a cannon. If you take this and you keep trying to repel this right here, right, and you stuck another piece of metal in between it, it would shoot this thing out like a cannon. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to take one magnet and I'm going to take the other magnet and of these coils and I'm going to put them together in a repelling way. So that way, every time and the energy shoots through through the circuit, it's going to shoot through with a very strong magnitude.
Is that
You know,
called fusion?
say it again.
Is that called fusion?
Nah, no, that's not really.
Okay.
It sounded close to it though, bro.
That wouldn't really be that, no.
Yeah, because what you said, like I don't know why. See, I resonate with words, and I try to take this dogma out and bring in new science because I believe that everything not everything they told us, but a majority of it was dog. It was a lie, and so I try to bring in new information so I can be digress and fresh instead of holding on to something that I deem as negative.
Mm.
And that's why I asked you earlier, like what exactly are you doing? Because I'm watching, you know what I mean? And I wanted to know instead of not watch or imaginate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by you saying and you don't call that trans, see, why is transfugal force coming in? But I want to know exactly what those two coils are doing to each other to generate energy.
No, he just
All right.
said they were going to induce the magnet when he put it with the magnet, it induced the magnet. So in a sense, induce would be like amplify the magnet as far as like strengthen the magnet up.
See, and that make a lot of sense. I mean, it's basically mm, keep talking because that's basically what I meant by fuse or transfer. It's almost like a alternator in a battery.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You see, you can generate electricity by changing the magnetic flux, and that's what we're doing by doing it. When we're making this coil, we're making a magnet. Now, this is like an electromagnet.
You said flux. That's the key word I'm missing.
Flux.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? This is Faraday's law of induction. You know what I'm saying? By changing the magnetic flux through a coil, you know what I'm saying, it produces an EMF of voltage, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, through the coil of wire, you know what I'm saying? And you know, basic principles behind generators. That's what's going on here.
Once you said flux, everything started. It pulled the pieces together.
Say it again.
Once you said the key fundamental principle of, for some reason, I left flux out of it, but I understand what. See, a lot of what's the definition of flux? I left it out.
Let's Google that. I like to, you know what I'm saying. It's probably best to use go by that for their definition. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, can we pull that up so we can understand the true definition of flux? Anybody gonna pull that up, or I'll do it? Let me see.
I'm checking on
it. My bad. I'm the one asking, and I'm in the garage. So
I just got it. A flux, the action or process of flowing or flowing out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the verb is treat with flux to promote milk. That's the flux. I was thinking of the verb flux, not the noun. The noun is the action or process of flowing or flowing out. I was thinking of treat with or flux to promote melting. But it's one and the same at this very instance.
The same when you're looking at the ferro thing, and I put the magnet to the ferrofilm, and you see this, you're looking at the magnetic flux.
That's a deep word.
That's what you're looking at on there. When I put the magnet to the viewing film, when you see that the line through it, you're looking at magnetic flux. That's where and now put that back to your definition. That's the flow of where the energy is coming out of. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. Now that we put that out there, we had to put that all together for you to be able, you know what I'm saying, for you to see it with the magnetic viewing film. You know what I'm saying? Next, when we look at if you're looking at on the ferrocell, you know what I'm saying, then you know what we're looking at. You know what I'm saying? When we're looking at the flux lines. The flow and the direction and how that the magnetic flux is moving. I don't hear nothing. Y'all there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I just got back into the coils, and then like when you saying putting how you bring the magnets up and saying about catching that force that's in between the magnets, you know, and there's a lot of force to catch up.
Yeah, you know, like I said, we're creating a magnetic field, and when that magnetic field collapses, but see, this is an electromagnetic field. You know what I'm saying? This is all coming from a battery. So we're putting a charge to the coil, and it's making a field around the coil. But now, when you hook this coil up to the circuit, and there's a field in this coil, when you close the field and that field collapses, that field turns into that magnetic flux runs and pushes through the circuit, and now it's used. You see it as electricity by the touching of the metal, of you know what I'm saying, at the end of the circuit. So what happens is that this coil raised it up so high that the you know what I'm saying, the flux that comes through the circuit is like amplified at such a, you know what I'm saying, through these coils. You can get a high, you know, current out of these. You know what I'm saying? But now what happens is that this happens very fast. So this is why we need high speed switching. We need to turn, when you open and close the circuit, that's like turning the switch off and on, off and on. I got to turn the switch off and on super fast in order to keep that high voltage coming at a constant rate. You understand what's going on here?
Yeah, I got you.
That's what we come into using these like I said, I'm starting everybody off with this transistor. This is a 2N330 transistor, 2N300, something like that, 2N3333 transistor, power transistor. You know what I'm saying? And this acts like a switch, a high-speed switch. All right. And this is this is what's going to be used with, you know what I'm saying, to make this switch. After we get our stuff going, and we get enough people that can pass through this transistor, that's when we move over to a higher, something that can switch even faster than this. We move over to MOSFETs. But right now, you know what I'm saying, we stay in the simple stages with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, high speed switching. The faster you can go, the more power we can make, you know?
Mm-hmm. Follow that. That's well. That's like all the way into the breaker box. It just was like the way you just presented just took me right back into like the way you gotta, trying to think of what it's called. Actually, the fuse box, pretty much, like all in that operation, like the circuit board, pretty much, and how the energy pulled from the lines outside and transfused into the house or whatnot. But you're taking it right from the start of the energy before it even got to be transferred.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I try my best to break this down and in the simplest ways. I put and that's definitely going to be what Fridays is going to be about when I do my free energy Friday. I'm gonna do another panel too on that, but at least I know that for what I'm gonna start on Friday, I'll do the lesson, the presentation first. I'll give everybody that much, and after I'm done with that, then we'll just open the panel up for everybody, and then we're gonna get into our think tank time. You know, think tank time. I did say that right? It sounded weird though.
I'm familiar with the Free Energy Fridays.
Yeah.
I just recently got up in there, hit you to get in on the back chats and stuff, so I could pretty much get more in tune with it.
But yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, after this New Year's, I was waiting to, we're gonna really get it into it. See, I'm just now figuring out one striker, but panel, but I can see I'm gonna have to figure out this OBS. You know what I'm saying? But one step at a time, you know.
Yeah.
I still got to go to work. I still got to go to the plantation. You know what I mean? I'm not getting no donations. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's helping me buy none of these material stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody does, you know what I'm saying, it's One World, One Hood. You know what I'm saying? That's the PayPal and Cash App. Other than that, I'm going to the plantation. That's how I pay for all of this, my stuff. You know.
Got you loud and clear, G.
Yeah. But it's just nice to see even people who got the willing to want to learn this. you know. But we do, and we got a lot of different peoples out there in different walks of life. But what I realize is that we need somebody that can speak our language and break it down a little easier. So that's why I says, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to start doing this for every, saying for the hood, for the peoples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, buddy. That's what it comes down to. The all the teacher couldn't get through to every student, but you got
Yeah,
a student that could get to the next student.
yeah, yeah. You got to be able. Relating is
Yeah.
a lot. You know what I mean? You got to be able to relate to the person. You know.
Relativity
Some
is
people,
all of it. Yeah. Got you 100%, bro. That's what it comes down to. I was seeing. That's what I've been seeing through the transferring of the people's energy and their delivery of their studies and everything like that. And it all incorporates to one mechanism to move the people in the right direction. And
yeah,
this right here is the real primary basis of it. The way they actually turned our energy into energy.
exactly. This is all like re-engineering of the human body on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized it. I mean, like, look at this, man. When I gotta wrap this 1,001 times, this little tiny ass wire right here, and you know what that, and I stick a cord through this. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, you know what I'm saying? If I got, just for showing, I got to stick a cord or something like that through all this. And I said, you know what? This is like the human muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the muscle fiber tissues or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And the strength of the circuitry depending on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm starting to see some correlations going on here.
Starting to see some biology and anatomy going on with these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, the unk and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to see that all this the Tesla technology and a lot of this stuff, this is all the human inside of the body being re-engineered. And majority of the stuff that I've been seeing so far is all coming from inside the head. So all brain stuff, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the unk and free energy and all of that stuff like that. They figured out all of that stuff because the brain is doing this. You know what I'm saying? And all of this stuff is internal. You know, a lot of the flat Earth science that we've been looking at has something to do with the internals of the body too. Not all of it seems to be, you know what I mean? It seems to work for that too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
looking at the skull and the brain. Like I've been fucking with that dude, lifting the veil. You know what I'm saying? Shout out lifting the veil. That's a smart dude right there.
Yeah.
A little weird, but smart dude.
Little weird.
Yeah. So I keep it 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I feel that 100% is the greatest percent. Don't want to give that less.
Or some people call it blunt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I tell my kid, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. You might not like the way it sounds or something like that, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel. I'll tell you.
Hey, bro, I feel you. My thing, everything somebody called me, I look it up and be like, wow, it fits. But I'm not coming that way, But it's all right. I got where you coming from. Going right down into the heart, the pulse of the heartbeat, It's right here. Going right into the makeup of the human body. And it starts
That's all of this shit is. All of that stuff, the pyramids and all of these things is re-engineering of the human body. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this the whole time. And that meant like, damn, that means I have to now learn the human body on the inside in order to take this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But that's where it's coming from. When we break shit down, we take it to the root, right? And
Yeah.
once we find out, you know what I mean? And now if the root is telling us that we're re-engineering the human body and anatomy on the inside out, that means now I gotta go learn the human damn body on it, you know what I'm saying, from the inside out. And I gotta see what these neurons and where all these connections is going, you know what I'm saying? And shit, now it's gonna take me we need somebody else to join the community who's probably a doctor or somebody who's into those body and
Right.
understand body parts and all that stuff a lot better, and they can relate those things to us. You know what
Right.
I mean? And then we can now take that and see the correlation, and then put that into our workings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. See how the body is formulated. You know, you got arm, leg, arm, head. You know, everywhere you went to, all the fashions of these masters in the highest doctrines of the degree is the different compartments of the body that they specialize in. And it all lines up, like you said, with the electricians and the plumbers and the architects and everything else. Like you said,
I got you in there, indigenous. You in now?
peace. And the community, like you said, we get some doctors in here and everything to break down the biology and the anatomy, and you can see exactly how it link up and correlates with the electric components that you deal with.
Much love. And that's what I was saying earlier. I was talking about the heart pulse. I mean, I don't care less about the degree. I mean, and I have one, and I crap on it. You know what I mean? But I do have a degree in wellness and nutrition, and like you were saying about all this anatomy, and that was one of my hardest courses. That's anatomy, but when I started learning electric or electrical attributes of understanding, I was I drew the correlation before I heard that it's correlated.
It happens a lot, man.
And I was like, wow. But it didn't make it easier. It took my understanding on the body. Well, listen to I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen to Dr. Teddy. And I correlated it right after that, like, you gotta be kidding me. Like this is bar none, this is the same thing.
It's like a stage of mind blown. You can't really fathom it, but hey, it is what it is, and we didn't think that it is that. Really start looking to the breakdown and the structures of these things and see how they correlate all the way
Oh,
into.
Dojo. I see Dojo on my magic mirror.
Man,
That's Brojo.
Dojo, that's my dude right there. I like Dojo. Me and Dojo had a lot of conversations.
peace to everybody, man. Add some love, much respect. You know.
And you ain't never like it's no need to, but like when we looking at what one world doing, I wanna ask them. I, I seen the hot glue gun. You know what I mean? And that's only to put in place. But you have two different coils. I don't know the difference. So I'm not gonna say that you didn't say it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah. I told you I came in later, so I don't know if you explained exactly what you was doing, but I don't know the two. I know one is speaker wire. Then I seen you lift up the coil with the well, you put a rod inside the reel. I understand that so it can spin because you have to wrap it that many times to put up a field. I understand that. See, I'm not gonna speak for a lot of people, but I understand. But I didn't know the material inside each wire.
This is copper wire, regular speaker wire, copper speaker wire. The thicker the better.
Correct.
The thicker the better.
I mean, but you have two different types.
Yeah, of material, yeah. When you doing,
Correct.
if you use different types, you know what I'm saying, you'll probably get, more or less uh of a feel. That's all.
Correct. I was just asking what you were doing. I'm
Uh,
basically asking him what are you doing instead of saying it.
say it
You know
again.
what I'm saying? I'm basically asking what exactly are you doing? Because it's your show and I'm trying to not talk about Cardi B, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm producing coils to make some wireless energy. I want to do a wireless energy transfer. You know what I'm saying, for everybody. You know what I'm saying, probably on a free energy Friday. But
Oh, I got you.
I'm building the coils now. So you know what I mean. So
Yeah. So
get
that's
them.
why you're not talking about it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get you. You just showing what you're doing, what you're about to show, but you're doing it right now. But I'm so intrigued on what you're doing because I'm trying to grasp it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I want you to come back and grow, and so we can all grow together. You know what I mean? So I try to let everybody see the picture as it's going along. You know what I mean? But there's going to be multiple different things that we're going to be doing with this. It's not just going to be one. It's going to be doing more. Hold on, what's this? Restart. Remind me later. Yeah.
My bad for like kind of like taking you off the topic, but I'm literally like I'm trying to figure out like man, I'm trying to build something tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Huh? Yeah, for a little wireless. Yeah, did you see when I put the? Did you see the what this took from the from that little Hold on 1 second. The fuck the name of this shit? Yeah, right. Plasma ball. It took the static from the plasma ball and brought it up to such a high voltage that it was hard to touch. I was smoking my fingers. You know what I'm saying, when I'm playing with it. Hold on, let me see if I'll do it real quick for you. Just giving you an example of how this works here. Damn. Can you see it? I don't know if you got full screen on it or something like that. Should be able to. Oh fuck. I don't know
I like that. I
if you
never
can.
seen it.
Can you see it light up?
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah, I can see the. I can see the. I can
Uh,
see it.
yeah. Now, oh, you know what I'm saying? This is magnifying it. You know what I'm saying? It's taking that field, sending the static. You know what I'm saying, and changing the static over into uh into a voltage. Boom,
Hmm.
boom, boom. You can see. You know what I mean? We could I don't and it sent it whatever it is. It sent it so high it wound up frying my fucking meter here.
Mm. What is that on top of?
Huh?
What is it on top of? Mm.
little toy plasma balls. Probably, you know what I'm saying. You probably don't see
No,
the light on it.
I was almost like transitioning in my brain to that as Earth. But I'm like, let me see exactly what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? Took that,
No,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
It the electrostatics from this plasma
Hmm.
induced the coil, and then the coil amplified that static up to a point of, you know what I'm saying, it was an arc welded
Re-
on the outside.
of resistance of releasing. I'm gonna make up a word. The resistance of releasing.
Burning my skin there for you. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. I'm burning my skin up for y'all.
I'm just looking at it like, man, it looked like it's
So
smoking, man.
my skin, you smell my skin up here. Let me spark up in here.
Then I was thinking that's going to heat up, ain't it?
That's funny.
Okay, I see Zorch. You know what I'm saying? We up in here. Yeah. I see you in my magic mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to build this up and hold it down for a minute so I make a quick run to the bathroom, to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Ain't no thing. It just I wouldn't. I can only see a globalist saying that that's a flying saucer when I can see that as what we stand upon.
Mm-hmm.
Say again?
Basically, what I was saying is I can see a globalist arguing nonsense when I say that that's the ideal that we stand on as a electrical torus field.
Yeah. It makes
Yeah.
way more sense with the electric force. You think about that outer space stuff, it just clearly tells you nonsense, you know? You gotta
And
be able to connect it way more than talking about rockets and moon rocks and stuff.
and they don't try to connect it. They just go off of what scientists say to end up with their conclusion.
That's the basis. It's like I heard on somebody cast this one guy saying folks is too educated. I mean, we all
Hmm.
educated, you feel me? But
I get you. I get you exactly what you're
yeah, that part of it is just that's the
saying.
thing.
That's deep.
To
That's
be
deep.
able to
Like
break out of
how
that.
smart do you need to be to understand certain information? And how smart don't you to grasp what's being said?
And that's the thing, you know,
Mm,
educated people think they smart. We
yeah,
deal with intelligence, and it's a big
correct.
difference. It's a big difference between
It's
smarts
a.
and intelligence.
I'm
we
listening. I'm like,
like I just look at it like,
how else can you explain that?
yeah, you know,
But they gauge all their information off of what school they went to and
hmm
how much of books they read.
not just the
When you don't have to
school.
read a book to walk outside.
Yeah, you know, these prestigious institutions, you know, these Ivy League and everything like that. You know, that just demonstrates the further more division in the intelligence scale. You know, it's even a divisive level one in education when it comes to people being super smart and intelligent and thinking that,
See, I'm gonna say this: the smarter you are, the more indoctrinated. And I went
yeah,
to school.
yeah,
Mm, I
that's if
had
you,
to pull that out to get where I'm at. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm laughing, but I'm like, I'm real talk. Like, I had to, man, something had to destroy that before I can pull the veil back to realize where I'm at. But a lot of them dudes hold that as a hat over their
Mm-hmm.
head.
They do.
And preach and then tell me that you went there. Who cares? See, when you talk to somebody like me, when you talk to somebody else, it assumes prestige.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I
But that
know.
hmm that's what it said. You know, you take the information to inform yourself, not take the information as this is what it is for all and everything. You know, you just take it to inform yourself. People take it to make it feel like they got, yeah, you got way more information than the average individual. But how much of that information have you actually processed?
And how long have you stepped outside to realize what's going on?
Mm-hmm. You know, certain studies take you away from certain visions. You know.
Correct. It blew your vision. So you can't even see what I do.
You know, they tell you what when you get up in there. You gotta choose a degree. You know, you gotta major, and then you can have lesser majors. You can have minor majors, whatever. They tell you select a major. You know, you're gonna be spending major time and vision into that subject or information. Meanwhile, you're disregarding all the extra things going on. You know,
And you didn't monitor your major until your master.
how about that one? You don't get your major until you master it. You know what's associates. You know, you just associated with that degree at the end of the
And
day.
that person might know there's more than you did that
Hmm.
they see. It's not even about see. A lot of people forget retain.
Yeah.
A lot of the people go through all these years and don't remember anything because
Hmm.
they only remember this for that test. Don't get me wrong, I the same system, but I retain a lot more that I actually resonate with than I ever did trying to remember. I'm
Hmm.
gonna leave that alone.
Hey, that's right though, because like I said, people don't learn it to remember. A lot of times you just learning it to answer the questions or have enough information to produce in a paper or something. You know, but like you
Or
said
your
that,
life,
yeah,
you got it.
like you said, all your life you getting this stuff and actually studying, but then the stuff that you're not retaining is the stuff that you're not processing at the end of the day. Because what is the process? You know,
Or really need. The stuff you
yeah,
really need is not being retained.
it's not.
And you're regurgitating garbage.
Hmm.
Man, let me shut up. Let me shut up,
Nah, man, because that's what it is, man. You know, you gotta identify how informed you are, but don't be less than nobody to that fact of the matter for your
man.
information.
Correct.
You
Correct.
know.
I never belittle or talk down to anybody that didn't even go through half of what I did go through
Hmm.
one word backwards. But at the same time, it's like if you not like if you gonna retain something instead of telling me something that has no substance.
You broke up on that, G.
No, I was saying tell me something that I can retain for my life to live instead of
Yeah,
understand none suck.
yeah. I got you on that. You know, it's like choosing sides. It's no balance. People want to be the high or the low. Nobody want to be the set to the standard to where this information, like you said, give me something that can be utilized.
I just thought about something. It took me to Chiefs, no Indians.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what it boils down to. But that's a lot of the information that been passed out. You know, when you, it's great to give somebody the inspiration. You know, from the lights of the calling of the titles and the terms. But at the same time, that could alter an individual into going to that maximum height of that term, thinking that they is the thing and everything, and not inclusive of all and everything that's not to your level too. You know, you still could learn. It's like I was watching something on TV. I don't check in, but I was tuned in, and it was a prisoner, and he said, you know, every man not your friend, every man not your enemy, but every man could teach you something. You know, whether right or wrong, good or bad, is every man going to inform you of what to do, what not to do. But if you
That's
ain't able
correct.
to,
That brings me to a statement when they say you eat the fish and spit out the bones.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's that simple, basic and fundamental. But you know, when you win this game and you're a piece on the board, everybody trying to fit in. You know, majority is trying to fit in somewhere. You know.
Or you think you need to when really like the whole game was designed to feed off of you and you trying to fit into imaginary individuals.
Yeah. Hmm. You gotta working your position. The servants of your position. That's what I say. You know, we all placed in a position to serve. You know, and it's gonna take measures for the individual to identify their purpose to serve, but most not in likes and seeks of serving a purpose, because you know
Correct. I like that.
everybody gotta hit the plantation. For the most part. And
But that
when
don't
your
mean the
time,
plantation fit for you. And once you land
yeah,
on it, don't. That's why. That's the one. That's well. That's a lot of things I don't understand with this whole slave trade. But like, how can two dudes control 15 radical people that don't want to be?
hmm like the stories
Man,
don't.
get that out of my face.
It was much more going on. You know, it can't be just that, and that's
Yeah,
where.
it was a easy transition that
Mhm.
allowed to happen. Don't make me look inferior when you trying to look superior.
Mhm. But that's the take. It's all in the lessons learned. You know, we've learned all the lessons, but like how it's going now, where you got many fashions that's identifying the certain angles, attacking at one target. You know, over times it wasn't that much information in our people's minds to be able to decipher what actually was going on. That's what I could pertain that era to. You know, it's all about the information and whatnot.
Yeah, it was a easy transition of information of you was working, but I'm gonna tell you was in capture,
Mm-hmm.
and they set off that and two of the people in question, and they ran off with it and made it. They brought out rules.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
I'm not laughing, but man, but that was so devastating to our people
Yeah,
and the people.
all people.
I ain't gonna just, but I'm not gonna just single it out as black or white. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
and I did kind of, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My daughter mixed. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna sit and
Mhm.
and try to make it look like I'm trying to save everybody, but at the same time, I know right from wrong, and the people that I'm surrounded around do too. And they don't hear it.
Yeah. That's the major brand of it. You know, some way, somehow, no matter how high you are, and you're gonna fall into the divide of the color code, because that's the primary basis of our education here in these states, you know. And all of us gone through that and continue to visualize that. But that's the prime too, you know. Once people get over the identifiance of race, but it's so hard to get over that one aspect of look, because you see that the certain peoples are being treated a certain way, but
because all they have is roots
mm-hmm.
embedded in their heart and brain. And
Yeah.
but they sit there and talk crap when you tell them that Hollywood got too much control over your life. No, they don't. And you bring up roots. They're like, what's wrong with that? That's what happened. I mean, who in your family ever mentioned that?
Yeah. That's when you talk about control. You know, it's a switch on what one world one hood doing right here. He talking about a electrical device. Every electrical device that transmits this information from all of these entertainment platforms has a power switch on it. You know, if you turn the switch on, you're opening yourselves up to those transmissions. And
That's deep. Correct.
if if you ain't if you ain't viewing to, you know, like you said, your rooted
That
lenses,
source is there.
there you go. You know?
I know I hear exactly where you go. I'm listening. I'm like, man, you on. And
That's
that's the
what it
crazy
is.
thing, because if we don't give it energy, how can it live? That's why I was trying to got that Bruce
Mhm.
energy. Like, everybody ever seen that movie, it races out their head.
What was that?
I want everybody that ever seen Roots to erase it out their head, because I don't give the energy nothing.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like, but that's what most people view us as going through. Which
Hmm.
it's okay if it didn't go through it, but at the same time, what happened to the people that didn't go through it?
Yeah. But wait,
Let me shut up.
what makes it that strong is that's what we got in our books in school. What's in that motion picture is what was in the words before we got the motion picture. Before they got the motion picture, it was in the words in they books and stuff. So like you said, it's embedded in people. That basis of information, you know, because that's the basis of a government. The every government gonna have a firm foundation story, you know. And then when you look into that foundation story, you pretty much get all the information. And that's what roots actually show you, is the foundation story, because what everybody always talking about, the work of the slaves is what actually built this nation, you know.
So
But
you believe? What I'm basically saying is that whole movie was so fictitious that none of that
oh yeah,
it happened in verse.
yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm just identifying
I was
identifying
listening. My
how it's
bad.
planted. I ain't with that as no, nigga. Ever
I'm glad
since
you
I've
said
been
it
in
because I
school,
was listening to you.
you know, and I don't knock this on nobody. It's just knowing when you identify certain things and when you start seeing things. But the way you sit in class, from my standpoint, I sat in class, and the primary subjects that I was into was math, science, and history. I ain't care about nothing else. And so when you sitting there
I
hearing these
thought
stories,
you were
I'm
about to
like,
go in how you had to sit, because I was gonna tell you everything in school was a prison.
oh yeah, that too. It's all is set up though. Like you don't see school as a equivalent to a occupation and a job. You know, as an employee, it's the same equivalence. Because what
And
they doing in school,
if we woke up, we'd be doing more homeschooling, because we realize we
yeah,
sending our kids to be
yeah,
predators.
uh-huh. Hey, vice versa. You know, you either criminals or you in the workforce, zombied out. It's you know, currency in exchange is our actual energy and our time, you know, but it done been converted into the money. you know, or whatnot. So the primary focus is obtaining this money currency versus controlling our actual currency that's in exchange, you know?
Or looking at the universal currency of how these rivers
Yeah.
currently going through.
Hmm. Like
That's what they got it from.
it's a
It's a
calculation.
do.
Yeah. But it's more due to the spread of the how can I say the let me see, because you
What
got the
we've been
government.
programmed.
Yeah, all of it programs, you know, but it's programs that the people are against at the end of the day.
No, they're not against it. If we was against it, we'd be like what country having these yellow vest protests. What about the country that's actually rebelling
Yeah,
against the government? We the only
e-
ones that sitting back smiling and happy.
exactly that, exactly that, and that's if you look at the scope of the history that's been given to us, this the last seas and conquered land that they give us in what the world made up of. So you know anything that's been going on here that we received, it's been gone on elsewhere before it got here. Minus the modern day technologies and everything, the advancements in the material technologies.
Man, we think we more advanced than these other countries. They already had a lot of stuff that they keeping under wrap that we don't realize. Like a lot of these
Exactly
countries,
that.
the reason why they going crazy because they realize the buffoonery. But
Hmm.
they giving they're not showing us buffoonery. They allowing us to believe in what they got going.
Yeah, but how about the United States is the entertainment capital of the world?
I believe
You
that
good,
because
one
all
world?
these countries look at us and they want to follow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let it over there. What we talking about?
Nah, I just see them jump like something hit them wrong. You
Everybody in
Oh
us,
no,
man.
no, splicing the wires.
good? But yeah, man, like you said, Americans believe they so high and up on the rest of the world. That just shows how intelligent Americans actually are at the end of the day. Just like you said, man, when it comes down to these fashions of us getting this stuff, the more people that could resonate with the information, because it's all about how the information being articulated. You got to look at it the way they give you these different music genres. That's the different vibrations that people move on. You look at people dancing to the music you more familiar or hip to, and you say they all beat or whatnot. Nah, they just don't have that rhythm, or they not attacking that instrument that's playing to
In
you.
tune.
Yeah, yeah, tunes. And what's tunes? A bunch of instruments. Each instrument could correlate to the
Yeah,
the
it has
the,
to be in
the parts
tune
in the
to
body.
get on the. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be in tune before it can get into the melody. I'm a bass player. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, I know music that and I understand these frequencies and I try to talk about it a lot. But yeah, you're right because a lot of people are affected because of.
Right about that. You know, trans transmit. Frequency. That all line into this place being. The force fields that brothers be speaking about when it comes to the energy charges that we deal
The
with.
electric universe.
Exactly that. The electric universe. And then you got these frequency interrupters, which is radio, television, and it's done been capsuled. This just as far as the ones being able to utilize instruments, because that's where we fell off too, the utilization of instruments versus the abuse of instruments. You know, we really got to learn how to use these devices before we start interacting with them, and that's pretty much where I see we getting to. We cannot learn these devices at the same time disregard your regular day life, you know. But if you can incorporate bits and pieces of that, you know, you're going to improve and get it better. What you got, God?
And no, that's correct because hey, we have to realize who are resistors, and once you understand resistors, you can map your life out because you can. It's not saying that you have to always be in reaction and worry about when they attack to be the co-conspirator. But at the same time, once you realize who the resistors are, life will be a lot easier because you can react off it. And
That's
that's
pretty much,
nothing but energy, man.
yeah.
God.
That's pretty much what I was trying to formulate to get out, boy. It's pity pat hitting on everything. You know, that's what it is. The basis are identifying that we in this energy field and seeing how the energy is being manipulated. That's that's what it is. These certain frequencies and vibrations.
And I heard you, and I can, and
Yeah,
actually, I feel you through you. Like actually, I'm listening to you, and actually,
yeah.
I'm putting myself in you as you, instead of you know what I mean, none of that crazy stuff. But at
Mhm.
the same time, I'm putting myself vibrating on the same frequency.
Uh-huh. Vice versa. Vice versa. That's why, like I told when you brought up the word transformer, you know, I look at us as transformers too, but Optimus Prime, not I know Decepticon Megatron shit, you know. And that's just only being able to identify the way energy being manipulated and then transfer that information to
Hmm.
those who can catch it, you
So what's the government?
know.
Because
You know, they give it all to us, you know. It's just gotta be able to identify, like I said, utilize it. What's up, Ray Rod? What you got, baby? Yeah, man. You know, and that's I look at another thing I've been wanting to ask people, you know, like how much do you think of fiction is actually fiction? You know, or information is ideas, and it could ultimately come from a source that actually presented itself here in the earth, you know, of an event that happened, and then it's reorchestrated and given to you in an entertaining fashion, but also has the hidden truth within it, you know, and information necessary.
you define motion pictures, man.
What was that?
You just motion pictures. Basically,
Really?
you just define what they do in movies.
Yeah. And movies, television, all fashions of entertainment, sports, it don't matter. Wherever you see bodies in motion, it's an orchestration, man. It's different
But but but
tools.
but but
That's
you say
just
you
my
want
scope.
to. Yeah, no. But you said what if, and you just gave out what they like. Have you watched?
Oh,
Like
oh, you talking as
I
far
hate
as fiction
bringing
is
up
really
Jumanji.
fiction.
Correct.
It's fiction, really fiction. Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
But hey, that's
Have you
hey,
watched that movie Jumanji?
hey, being that you brung up Jumanji, you know, when that new Jumanji came out, I said to myself, I cannot let nobody younger than me see this movie if they haven't seen Robin Williams Jumanji. That's first what I thought, you know. But then I looked at the Robin Williams Jumanji and was like, yo, wait a minute.
I'm surprised they came out with a number two so fast. Like, what are they
Hey,
really
they
trying to
gotta.
say?
But that's been with everything. We talking about these
But
magicians.
Jumanji was like Jumanji was the video game we played on Nintendo.
Hmm.
That that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it 10 instead of 20.
yeah.
Why in 2 years you got two movies?
They gotta come fast because we people getting people becoming intelligent versus utilizing their smarts, you know. And they could see that the youth that's coming up are way more intelligent than the adults that's around for the most part, and they grasping certain ideas faster than we grasp the ideas,
So,
and
but
so they gotta
so are they hiding the truth? Or are they telling it to us?
um it's for me, I see they giving it to you because the thing about it, it's all research purposes, man. We've been under research as far as documented lab rats for observation, you know. So when I look at television and everything, what is television? An observation screen, and all that's being projected is the different observations and walks that's out here. And so when you coming into this world, they keep reinstalling everything. Like, not to get off Jumanji, they just gave these kids the Lion King with real animals versus to where the past got the cartoon
Really,
figures. You know,
really,
they
New
bringing
Lion
all
King got
cartoon.
actual is non-cartoon.
Nah, it's like the new what you call it?
Lion
I
King,
don't know
you
what they
said.
call that imagery,
Okay,
but it's like
Avatar.
yeah, like that, you know, to where like it's more the way the technical advancements in projecting the motion picture animated wise, you know, the next level animation is looking like the real thing.
I
So
got you. Animation.
yeah, yeah. The next level of animation. So they
I
took the
don't follow you.
cartoons
Hey,
and
I've been following
yeah,
you all night.
yeah. So like that information now, yes, mama.
No, but hey, one word. You back? Hey man,
Yeah,
hey man. I think we took over. I mean, we've been chilling, and one word ain't said nothing.
I was thinking the same thing. You
Hey
probably
man,
just
I'm digging the
tuning
energy,
in,
bro.
man.
nah,
Hey,
I
I've been
want
digging the energy.
to build tonight. You know what I'm saying? I really want to.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to talk too much of what I want to talk about on Friday, but I really wanted to really start opening the panel up to start getting, you know what I'm saying, getting all the family, getting everybody building, you know what I'm saying, and expanding the platform for our community, you know what I'm saying?
Word. And appreciate that because in the likes of it, that's pretty much been a rotation right about now, you
And
know?
that's much needed. I mean, we need more light-minded, bright. I mean, light bulbs out here.
Yeah, you know, breaking them out, man. Breaking them out. Gotta go this way, man. But yeah, that's what I've been looking at because I'm a father, you know, so my perspective is as overall protecting the welfare and development of my being, you know. So I had to dial down and identify certain things that's actually transmitting and altering people to, you know, commit certain actions, especially the children. Because when you look at youth in certain areas, I'm in an urbanized area. I'm in New Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey, by way, and you know, the urbanized regions is suffocated with I don't know how to say it, but you know, I've been able to
Nonsense.
identify the cause. Yeah, nonsense. There we go. But being able to identify the cause of the nonsense, you know, is really dialing down into that and then projecting as much information as I could about these what you call it
Levels of
programs.
understanding.
Yeah, levels of understandings and awarenesses and stuff like that. And then just throughout my process of my parenting, I always been open on my child and just observant, you know, not directing. I've been observant and supportive, you know, and disciplined, you know, but for the most part, observing and supporting to where I'm observing how they come into contact with new materials, new information, and then how they orchestrate off of that new material, new information without me even presenting my idea upon the information, you know, to see that actual intel process. And so from that, I'll be sitting and watched all these, you know, Disney, all the animation stuff, all the Nickelodeon, all the Disney and everything else, you know. So when you sit there and you able to actually you utilize your parental advisory, you know, and monitoring the content or whatnot, you then able to look into your childhood and visualize the absorbance of the content that we received as a child, you know, and everything like
Yeah,
that.
and see how we was programmed. What was your thoughts on the minion?
Exactly, exactly. Hey, my baby hated the minions, bro. My baby hated the minions, you know, and so
Man, that's good.
and that's my thing was,
No,
you know, my thing.
hey, I'm glad my daughter didn't say nothing. 'Cause I had to push her back. I go on mute like, so I'm a father too, you know.
I feel you, man, and that's the one thing I was looking at. Like, she had a very strong, you know, disregard for the appearance of a minion or whatnot. And you know, you ain't able to be like, damn, why my baby don't like these minions so damn much. And then I remember I saw an article about, you know, the basis of where that concept comes from, and then I'm like, hey, hold up, man. She she must is it possible that she's identifying that concept, you know, that they say about the minions, and she ain't trying to fucks with it? So then you sit down and watch it, and then she's still sitting there. She like, nah, she ain't trying to fuck with that shit, you know. So I actually sat and watched it, and they just followers, you know. They followers and doers at the end of the day, and they really more than followers and doers, but the presentation of them is just to, you know,
But that's what they try to do with all of us. They try to make us
yeah,
all into that, and a few of us broke away from that leash. But a lot of people
mhm,
still hanging on for dear life. Mm.
exactly, man, exactly. But you know, you gotta look. Just the open scope. You know, you see it. It's and that's it's saddening because you know we got relatives that's under the terms and conditions and everything else like that. But you know, you could do what you do with all you could, and you know, as long as you know you utilizing versus abusing the situation, you know, then that's overall a great thing.
No, I feel
That's,
you because you basically being able to sleep at night. Honestly, all I can do is mention it to you for you to disregard me and turn me away, for me to sit there and allow me not saying nothing for you to do it so I can sleep. And that's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
did.
exactly,
I
man.
at least mentioned it, and I watch you. But I knew you was going to reject it. I at least had to say it so I can consciously live on.
Uh-huh. I got you. Like another perspective, another scope only adds to your cell power. You feel me? At the end of the day, it gives you another bar in your reception at the end of the day, to where you know you look at
Hey, so you basically said I got another life in Jumanji?
hey, you go attribute it to that, but you know, but I won't. But see, we don't put a cheat code in the game because we ain't trying to lose no lives and stuff like that. We found the way to
We
boost up our
glitch. It's the
attributes.
glitch, ain't it?
Yeah, that glitch, that glitches, man. We them glitches in the system, you know.
And
That's
that's
the
what and that's what's a good builder with you, bro. Like I'm gonna get at you one word. I'm gonna actually
yeah.
I gotta be up in the morning. It's only 8, but I ain't gonna. I mean, it
Hey,
was New Year's and I had a long day yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
they
I'm gonna
gonna
get at
bring in
y'all,
that.
but peace out.
Hey, peace, bro.
Pace, pace.
Peace. Yeah, one world, man. Appreciate the opening up. You know, I'm starting to see a lot of the platforms opening up because it's like you saying, you know, the realization and the actual impact that's being bear witness to is just goes further into more, like I said, utilizing the situation versus abusing the situation. You know, and
Oh
deeply
yeah.
appreciated, brother. Deeply appreciated. With the crocodile, I'm about to get with you with the crocodile. You see, my G been trying to get with me. So, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I was showing everybody, like you see how, like I said, it takes a lot of energy to get these magnets to come together. And I gotta now exert a lot of force to try to get these two together when they're repelling. Well, that's what's going on when we're gonna have these coils right here. But what's gonna happen is that I'm not gonna have to hold it together. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? The force that is taken to try to hold us together is gonna be the force that's gonna shoot through the wires. You know what I'm saying? Every time this opens and closes. Can you understand that?
yeah. Got that, brother. Like I said, man, where you tapping into the breakdown of this electric power, is correlating with it, and got me in here like I'll be in the home about to pick like segments to break down these devices and actually go into identifying the pieces and parts. But before all that, you gotta really get in tune and connected with the source that's even generating the power for this thing to come on. And you definitely bring that scope, brother.
Oh yeah. There's a we're gonna but I'm gonna make sure that everybody gonna get a good understanding and it won't be hard, you know what I mean?
I feel you. And that's Free Energy Fridays, right?
Free Energy Friday. I'm calling out on Fridays. I'm calling that one out, you know what I mean?
Got you on that.
So we got Monday Mystery School to look forward to. And then you know what I'm saying, you got a Free Energy Friday.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Add to the community for everybody.
definitely that, man. But again, brother, much love, peace, and respect. You know, I will be joining you and getting in tune with everything because everything is everything. Let's utilize it, not abuse it.
Yes.
All right, peace to y'all and everybody. Peace to you, brother. One world, one hood.
My man. Flat motherfucking electrical power. Yeah. Pat, I see Pat. We've been doing some research and teaching, add up to what I'm learning. Appreciate our brother. I said, yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? You in my you made it in the back chat. To see everybody's names be changing up on all the stuff like that. If you didn't make it in the back chat, make sure you make it in the back chat. You know what I'm saying? So we can, and I can definitely, you know what I mean? We can get that more one-on-one. Give everybody the action we need. You know, I forgot I had a screen right here for the sure. So anywho, we're gonna be coming back to this again on Free Energy Friday. We'll break it down. We're gonna do another live stream. We're gonna do another open panel, but this time I'm gonna make sure that I give y'all the lesson first before the open panel. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna open, like I said, open the panel up and then take any questions and stuff like that. We'll take care of that on Friday. All right. So peace to everybody who's out there. Thanks for showing. Everybody who came. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. Shout out to the panel, to the chat, and I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace.